right, topic for today is the worst fan bases in the NFL. This topic is so funny because, really there's nothing that constitutes like a bad fan. Everybody wants their team to win. Everybody, is going to be supportive of their team. So, but a bad franchise when you see one. For some reason, they just get under your skin. Like, nothing is more exciting than watching their team lose. Like, the first team that comes to my mind is the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia, they have a strong fan base. Worst franchises, worst fan bases usually correlate to some of the most supportive teams because that's really why they're so annoying, because they're so large in numbers. Like, they have so many people in their fan base. So you turn this one, it's like they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And Philadelphia fan bases are like roaches. They come from out of, especially this past year, the last couple past years. It's like, dang, I didn't even know you was an Eagles fan. How long you been an Eagles fan for? So you dealing with things like that. Then they win the Super Bowl, they burn the city down. What is the obsession with fans and burning the city down? Like, you live there. And I mean, the ones that are burning the city down, I wouldn't be surprised if they are from Ohio, they from South Jersey, so they're not having to walk the streets of Philly and see all the damage that they causing. But for sure, Philly fans, you see them fighting in the parking lot. You see them swarming people from the other team, just swarming them, chasing them down, taking their hats. And the Dallas Cowboys fans, unfortunately, every year think they're going to the Super Bowl. So they start the year and, with record-breaking numbers, showing up to the stadium, selling out every home game. And this past year especially, I felt so bad for Cowboys fans. This past season, every home game in the beginning of the year was a loss. And it was just like the most painful losses too. They lost to the Ravens at home. They lost their home opener as well. And, you got Stephen A. Smith serving them up on a platter every week. Every week, he is just waiting on the Cowboys' downfall. And it's ridiculous that the team doesn't really you guys got a drought of what, 20 plus years going to the Super Bowl, and your fans are the ones that have to deal with this. Like, you guys are going home and to your nice mansions, you're making millions of dollars, and it's your fans the ones that are hearing it in the streets. So the Dallas Cowboys fans, I really don't see them coming to term anytime soon, but expect them to have a prediction of the Super Bowl this upcoming year. And last but not least, we got the Oakland Raiders fan base. Raiders fans, I don't know if it's, because they moved from Oakland to Vegas. I don't know if it's because they're awful. I don't know if it's because of the Tuck rule. But Raiders fans, if you want to see a UFC fight, look no further. Just go to a Raiders game. You'll see a fight for sure. You'll see men fighting, women fighting, probably children fighting. I was looking at pictures. I seen a video, somebody doing a curb stomp. A lady doing a curb stomp, and everybody just got their phones out recording. So you go to a Raiders game, you better have your dukes up, you better be ready. And Raiders fans not even safe. They fight their own fans. So imagine you going there as a Chargers fan, as a Niners fan, it's automatic smoke. But you could go to a Raiders fan as a Raider. You could go to a Raiders game as a Raiders fan, and you're gonna have to be looking over your shoulders at all times. Bills Mafia. You want to see an ECW match? Go to a Bills game. Bills fans gonna be jumping through tables, lighting them on fire, suplexing each other through the tables, doing swanton bombs. Bills Mafia knows how to have fun, and they also are lucky enough to have somebody like Josh Allen. Like, I remember when the Bills were in the dirt pretty much. They were in the shadows of the NFL. And then all of a sudden they got life. They got Josh Allen. They might be going to a Super Bowl, pretty soon. We'll see about that. But for the most part, Bills fans, that just looks like a good time. You know, they're out there drinking cold ones, they're jumping through tables, everybody's smiling, they having snow fights. So Bills Mafia, you know, it is pretty fun to see Bills fans have fun. And that's the topic for today. If you like the content, I'm going to ask you to like, comment, subscribe, share, and comment below.